Total solutions for any mix, any volume. All managed by Panasim Enterprise Edition. Panasonic. Total solutions beyond SMT.
Welcome to the Kyzen booth here at IPC Apex. Delighted to be joined by my old friend, Tom Forsyth.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Okay, so a couple of things we're going to talk about here, Tom. The first, of course, is the chemistry that you won the award for.
Right, Aqueduct's 8820.
8820.
Great product focused on stencil cleaning, an area that, historically has not gotten a lot of science devoted to it, kind of a bit of an afterthought for many of us in the industry for many years.
Right.
And as we sat back and talked to our customers and heard the challenges they were facing, we realized, my goodness, we've been inventing new products constantly for years. When was the last time we really put the energy into the stencil cleaning side?
Right.
So that's been a focus of recent past. There's a couple of different processes there, so different materials.
Right.
And the 8020 is designed for the classic approach, the immersion spray, ultrasonic sort of thing, and it's doing a great job, particularly in the small apertures,
Right.
where as we're printing more and more modern pastes. To bring that higher value cleaning, keep those apertures or holes clean so we can get a good print,
Right.
and have a good assembly down the road.
Right. Yeah. So there has been a couple of changes over the years in stencil technology. Miniaturization obviously been one of them. Different types of pastes. We're using different paste sizes now, and then of course the nano coatings. So you want something that's going to clean without damaging the nano coatings, and also get all these paste from the sidewalls.
That's right. And it's funny because that sort of consideration goes right to the heart of who we think we are. Kyzen's all about where science and care come together. So, yeah, we need to develop the science to bring those new products to market, but if we're not worried about nano coatings, if we're not worried about what might we do to the paste, then it's all for naught. Right. So it's that whole idea of really understanding the nuances that are necessary in the process, even as something that's generally perceived as not the most sophisticated process on the planet. Obviously, the printing equipment is very sophisticated, but the process itself not. But to clean that up and to help it move forward is really key.
Right. Excellent. Okay, so congratulations on winning the award for it, and we look forward to watching.
We're excited about it as it goes into the marketplace. We think the early feedback's been really positive, and we look for great things.
Great. Right. Okay. Now, you've got one other. Not a new development, it's a product you've had for quite a while, but you've got a sort of add-on to it in terms of accessibility, your bath monitoring system.
Absolutely. We've had a process control system for, I think, right about 20, it may be celebrating its 20th birthday. I'll have to look that up, if not pretty close, because we brought that process control to the industry many, many years ago. It's been very popular and very successful for the bigger systems, more of an inline sort of process. And as we continue to refine and improve that over the years, in the last year or two, it became very logical as technologies improved to say, gee, how can we've always been capturing all the key data for people to store and analyze and whatnot. How do we make that more real time? How do we put that control in the hands of the engineers, right, to when they're monitoring that process, not to have to head down to the line to figure out what's going on, but to look at it on their phone or look at it on their desktop and say, what's going on the line? Wait a minute, what's out of whack? Right. What's this system telling me? Right. So that's been a real advance, and it's caused a big pickup in sales of the units moving forward, but also a lot of upgrades where people see, wow, that's marvelous functionality. I want to have that. How do we bolt that onto this system I've had for 5 or 10 or 15 years that continues to work, reliably and successfully? Right. So it's been very popular. I guess a little bit surprising just because you never, you sit back and you hope things really kick in, but it's gone very, very well.
Well, I think in other parts of the process, actually, the ability to access machine data and different things using tablets or phones has been quite important over the last couple of years. So it makes sense that you're going to apply
it into the cleaning realm. That's right, and that's part of our deal is that monitoring the cleaning process is something that we've always been part of, and the cleaning process has been a bit of an island in the manufacturing system. So it's a natural fit where we're bringing that value add, because once again, it's if the system's not using our materials properly, we're going to get bad outcomes, and no one wins. the way for the customer to win is to have those good outcomes is proper monitoring, which means control. It's not simply monitoring. Monitoring is great, but we've always been core to it's really about delivering control.
So basically, it's monitoring the bath, but then it's topping up the balances of the different components.
Absolutely. The systems take control of the fluid management for the wash chamber, and control the inputs and outputs, measure the loss and whatnot. So it's all automatic. It's all monitored and controlled. So therefore, we can move forward and say we're going to stay in balance for the long term. And these are systems that Ascend we've sold for many, many years, that have continued to be improved technology-wise and sensor-wise, but always delivering that nice tight control, very steady, no system shocks, which is what everyone wants, right? We want all the lines right down the middle, and that's what the PCS has delivered and continues to. Now we're just taking that line and remote accessing it, putting it in people's hands, so whether it's on their tablet or a phone or on their desktop, they can see that data real time, and particularly if there's an upset. Because we're monitoring and controlling the fluids in the bath, but we're not controlling all the inputs, all the other inputs, the parts.
So there's an alarm system built into it?
Absolutely. There's key factors where the typical things, low level and high level, that sort of stuff. But whether the concentrations are out of whack, because remember, people can always make manual additions, right? You can always put a little dollop on there. Well, the system records that, and then they stop making adjustments because we're allowing the system to come back into balance. Right. So they'll see those spikes, go, well, why did it do that? Well, it's doing that because that's what it was supposed to do. The concentration's too high, so it's waiting for it to come back down to control. And in fact, if it's out of bounds, it'll send a stop process alarm to prevent any kind of damage from going on. Say someone turned it on and there was no cleaning material in there.
Yeah, or put the wrong
0% doesn't work very well. In very few things is that effective, right? And so those alarms prevent mistakes from being made, which is the whole process, right? The whole goal is to not make poor product, but to make good quality product.
Absolutely. Excellent. Well, congratulations on that, and of course on your award. And thank you for giving us a catch up on what's happening at Kyzen.
Great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.